All right, I think we are set, ready to get started here. I'll tell you, it's actually cool, man. You could transmog white weapons now, white items now. Really neat. Yeah, this game's come a long way, I'll tell you what. So we're going to go ahead and get a Rune Forge enchant on this thing, and then we're going to head out. And we have no spells yet, but it will quickly, obviously we're going to get spells. I don't know exactly when we can get. Still 20. Okay. This is the first time I've actually leveled the character from level 10 on live, so we will see exactly what occurs here, but I don't know. Let's see what happens. We don't have a lot of options. 1% extra weapon damage is frost and increases enemy vulnerability to your frost attack, stacking up to 3 times, 5 times. Or Rune of the Fallen Crusader. Probably that. More versatile and probably better at this level, especially. So we'll go ahead and take that. And we get, apparently there's a quest for that. I don't know if there's always been, but. And then we will head back and we will start our journey through this adventure. We'll see how it goes. I'm also going to be doing Nomad leveling challenge rules, so no Hearthstone, no flight path, have to travel everywhere on foot, and no gear. We start with no gear, and every piece of item, every piece of gear that we obtain has to be obtained through our character receiving it, or our character like finding it, I guess is the way to put it. I used to be more eloquent with this. Anyway, yeah, there's no quest gear, basically, is how it comes out long and short. So let's go see what happens. We got to get a couple levels before anything actually gets underway, but yeah, it'll be interesting, I think. So we definitely, yeah, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure Frost Strike just replaces Rune Strike, or maybe Obliterate replaces Rune Strike. Yeah, that might be the case. Now that's an interesting topic on its own because it's been a very weird decision Blizzard has made there. Perfectly capable of leaving this spell in the game, but they don't want players to get confused, I guess. That's partially why this whole talent situation that I'd really like to see unfold a certain way isn't unfolding the way I would like. Because, like I said, you can't put only half your points in because they don't want people to get confused and then potentially like bullied into being like, you're missing 20 points, bro, something like that. Which, I guess would be regrettable, but realistically, I think it's a lesson that everybody should learn. So just taking that away, making that impossible is not great either, to be honest. So, but yeah, you know what? That's how life works. So we'll see what happens with it. But definitely not my preference. I guess we'll just do the standard Durtar situation here. Get some easy experience. Try to get to, I think it'd be like 15 or something like that ASAP. And we'll see what occurs. Might turn like auto quests on, to be honest, because I don't really plan on reading quests. So let's go and do that. This will be a nice brisk pace here, I think. And I also wanted to turn off the chat. Okay. I did that wrong already. Good start. Already wrong. But yeah. Drowned Thunder Lizards. It's not it's been a while since I've done this zone, to be honest, but it can't be that difficult to figure out. We just gotta, I think it's, yeah, we definitely gotta get to Obliterate. And then the big thing I wanted to do was get to level 25, because that seems like it'd be interesting. I like the idea of two-handed frost. I always have, so we'll see if I find it as fun as I hope I will. We're like filled with water now, aren't we? Terrible animation on that. That's not a good start. But yeah, I really love the idea of having a Death Grip too for a leveling challenge. This is the one, if you've seen me talk about this at all in Classic, this would be the #1 thing I would want to see, is the ability to play a Death Knight from level 1 in Classic. Not that they'll ever do that, but that would be my #1 goal. Because it would be very fun leveling from that perspective with Death Grip and the spells that a Death Knight might have. We're gonna get AMS too, I guess so. Not sure when we get any of these things. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Let's see about regular Death Knight spells. That guy's still there, huh? Looks like we don't get AMS, which I'm surprised by. Is it a talent in the regular tree? Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna get at least 3 points into that tree. I think maybe even 4 on that. I think the first point you get is always your class tree. And but we already got that. That was 10. And so 11, and then 12, and then 13, and then 14, and then 15. And then we'd have 16 as well still. So yeah. Take 3 more points in the tree. In both trees, basically. So I can't decide what I'll take. What is that D&D talent? Obliterate hits up to 2 additional enemies while you remain in Death and Decay. Oh, that's useful. But perhaps Permafrost is more. Now, the thing is, once I lock these in and then level, I won't be able to change them. So this is like kind of a big deal. I need to make sure I take the right talents. I don't know how big of a swing taking the wrong ones will be, but it could be a big deal. So we'll see how it plays out. But it's going to be a while. I think we probably can get the 16 in this episode. I don't exactly know how long I have, but it's... I don't know, I've been doing a lot of classic leveling challenges. So it kind of makes me think like, oh, I don't know. 6 levels in 1 episode. But this ain't classic. Started with I should not do these quests. This is really slow. Do we have Path of Frost? Are we getting Path of Frost? Yeah, 27, okay. But we don't have it currently, so we're kind of doing dumb stuff floating around in the water here. We can get out right here, yeah. But yeah, once we have... Basically, usually what I try to do is try to stay as close to Durtar or as Orgrimmar as possible. So I can keep access at level 20 and then quickly turn Party Sync on. You may have noticed I also have speedrun splits on the screen. I am going to just record how long it takes to do all this too, just to see. And maybe measure it against like a naked leveling challenge or something. But 10 to 60 is the goal, and that's the only goal, so... See what occurs. Alright. Oh, yeah.
Speak, Dabu.
These opening quests are... I feel like they're pretty good experience per hour, but... I could be wrong. I have no idea what this quest is trying to tell, like, as a story. It doesn't... Never understood it. Like... I mean, it kind of makes sense. But what did that have to do with WoW? The wolf approached, tried to eat it, and then the other Kodo was like, get the hell out of here. So the character that we're playing currently is being very selfish. Which I get. But why is this a quest?
Strength and honor.
I don't know.
Loktar.
This quest will ding us 11, and then we'll be able to take Killing Machine, or Frost Strike, or whatever. I don't necessarily know that we want, to be honest. Not sure how important that spell will be. Because I'm pretty sure it's like relatively weak as it is, right? Probably in my best interest to take Interrupt too. But will Frost Strike do more damage than Death Strike and other spells? Probably. Try to organize our spells well. We will never have a speed buff either, other than Death's Advance. Rune Strike does nothing other than use a rune, which generates 10 runic power no matter what spec you are, I think. Pretty sure auto looter's working. I don't think I need to mess with it. Yeah, should work. Loot quest items. Yeah, looks like it's on by default. I like this square menu too. Not something I would like using at max level, I don't think, but it's cool for this character.
Blood and thunder.
That did not ding us. Ah, but we got our first. Well, you know what? I'm gonna actually make another rule to play through. Forget it. I'm not gonna do that. Let's just go ahead and do that. I was gonna not use plate, but I think no matter what, if it turns into wait, what are we doing? That was it already? Whatever, let's just move on. I don't really like this section of the zone. Oh no, we gotta do those quests over there though. But anyway, yeah, the idea here is to... What was I gonna say? I have no idea. Oh yeah, I was only gonna use mail. I like the idea of only using mail. But if we get plate BOEs like that, if it's a upgrade like that, then we'll put it on. Especially early in the playthrough. That's just... I love this. This is like my favorite system in Live WoW that doesn't exist in Classic. The random upgrades. I love randomness in WoW, honestly. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I love it. And especially in leveling, I think it's so unbelievably fun to change the playthrough. Between BOEs and the random upgrades, you can run the character the exact same route over and over again, and you'll get completely different gear for a Nomad leveling challenge.
What do you need?
This has got to be like the most efficient quests in any of the zones in terms of, especially proximity to. If there's any real reason to do that, but. We don't have any actual dots other than Death and Decay, which says like nothing.
Adventurers, we shall depart for the Dragon Isles shortly.
Oh, that's cool that you hear that even when you're low level questing. God, the new rune, oh my god, looks so fucking good. The no spec one is really cool. It's just like white runes. I wonder if you can still see that. Alright, that's the ding. We're almost halfway to the next level too. Alright, Frozen Strike, here we go. Yeah, so that's just a new spell totally. I'm also trying to like learn what happens as we level up because, like, for example, Enhancement Shaman is the big one. They unfortunately they like cannot like even do anything because I'm pretty sure Storm Strike is the first talent they get, and Storm Strike replaces Primal Strike. So what I'm talking about, if you haven't heard me talk about this in the past, is Primal Strike is actually a spell that can be used with the two-hander. So this is funny because like this playthrough is interesting, but Frosty Kid can use the two-hander, right? But for a long time they couldn't. So I was planning on doing a leveling challenge where I only use the two-hander, just like Enhanced Shaman. But then they gave them that opportunity back in, I believe it was Shadowlands, right? I think it was Shadowlands. But it was awful. And then in Dragonflight they made it a lot better tuned, and now like there's, like I said, that passive that, you know, I like the idea of it. So yeah, I'm ready to go with that. I don't know what this quest is. Let's see.
Money, friend.
It is okay, we can do the harpies. But yeah, the fact that I'm able to do this now is kind of ironic, but almost like serendipitous, because before this was a leveling challenge and now it's officially accepted. So I'm really hoping someday you could do the same thing with Enhanced Shaman. I don't think they ever will, though. But they don't need to do much. Literally all they need to do for it to be functional is leave Primal Strike in the video game. But they remove it as soon as you put one talent point in, basically. So if they ever make it so Storm Strike is not the first talent point, then we will be able to do it. But I don't see that happening. Yeah, we already did 2N and we did it on the alpha of Dragonflight before they made that change. For a while, Shadow Strike or Storm Strike was not replacing Primal Strike, and that was kind of like a vestigial structure from when it was basically like because Shadowlands was not over yet, kind of thing in their code, you know. So it was like a different spell ID or something. But it wasn't overriding it, and it was almost like I did the whole playthrough with it before they changed it, and it was fucking insanely fun. Like, that was so fun to be able to actually play two-handed Enhanced Shaman the whole way and still take talent points. Like, there was tons of gold talents for it, you know what I mean? PvP talents Shaman is like insanely fun. But yeah, once you take Storm Strike now, you lose pretty much your main damage spell. Like, everything else is just going to be really... Like, it's all just basically CDs at that point. You have no actual spammable damage spell. No real rotation. Which kind of makes it interesting on its own, but not as fun. Okay, we need one more sack. Usually a treasure up here in Classic. Let's see if it's still here in Live WoW. It might be here, but it's just not up right now. Well, those sacks aren't even here anymore. That's weird. Usually you can complete this quest all over this area. Not today. No idea what's going on with that lettering there, but... Obviously, the biggest difference between Classic and Live WoW is the fact that when you're low level, you're overpowered in Live WoW. And that is the complete opposite in Classic. Maybe while you're like level 2 or something like that, you're overpowered, but not for long. In this version of the leveling challenge, though, it's going to be the opposite of Classic, whereas in Classic, we're going to get stronger. We are going to get weaker in this version. So that's why it's kind of fun, because it's start strong, get a bunch of points and power early, and then you're kind of like hitting end game of the playthrough a lot quicker. Alright, so that's it for this cell. We're going to move on. Swing by, see if these rares are up. Then we're heading over to the Barrens. some point I want to do my own Rested Experience Guide too, but it's a lot of work. My God, is it a lot of work. Then you gotta like test it as well, like have to do like multiple playthroughs of characters just to get it to be perfect probably. Alright, so 2 different rares here. Let's see if they're up. If they are, we'll go for them. And if not, we'll go for the other one and then we'll leave. Kind of hard to get in there, unfortunately. Where? Not up. The other ones are behind the back. I didn't even realize that. I don't think that one's ever there. Like, I've never seen that one there, I don't think. That other one is like often down here. Yeah. I don't know, maybe there's a lot of people leveling nowadays. I think the scorpion is like a black scorpion. That one's not up on this pace either. I don't have the, I just realized handy notes. Handy notes and old world treasures. Nomad leveling challenge really requires that. Not requires it, but knowing where the treasures are is very beneficial. Treasure. There's the rare. These guys are ultra dangerous though. These thorns buffs are really bad. We can actually heal ourselves. That's cool. A while since I've done a leveling challenge in a Death Knight though. Last time was on the Shadowlands beta when I found out about no specs. I quickly leveled the Death Knight to test it out to see exactly what they might have. And they had absolutely nothing. It was really bad. Do we need a bag? No. Doesn't look like treasures there. Alright, that's level 12. So now we can take probably interrupts, I guess. I don't know, the ghoul seems like a good option, but I feel like interrupt's gonna get us more value. Although if I don't take the ghoul, then I'm not gonna be able to take cleaving strikes. That's probably gonna be ghoul first. Cut back across and see if the other one's there. Do we get loot? Oh, no, I guess not. Did we not loot it? We got nothing from that rare? That's probably just didn't loot it. Like a fool. Actually, I have no idea where this rare is nowadays. But I just follow the guide. Gorgeous evening coming up here. It is 8 o'clock real time, so we'll see if we get nighttime in the Barrens, but probably not right now. Take another. I think it's usually 10 o'clock it becomes fully dark in WoW.
Greetings.
Blasting these mobs. Pet lasts for a while, yeah. I think it'll be a pretty fun playthrough though if Obliterate works like I think it will at this level, or at this with this like no talent situation. Lucky to be finished there, but there was one more on our right, it looked like. I dissociate Skella now. But yeah, look how good this looks, man. That's fucking cool looking. Orc looks so goddamn good, man.
What do you want?
So one thing that I miss about being Horde. Orc is the thing I miss about being Horde. Orc and Troll. Troll's really cool too. I always take the pets out first. That's a habit from Classic, but probably not needed anymore. Few more plunderers. Where's it at? One more plunderer. Okay, that will not ding us. It'll take longer to get to 16 than I had hoped.
Me not that kind of horde.
I'm not sure what this is. This the weapon enchant on the weapon that's making it blue like that? I guess so, yeah.
What do you
Drink.
This will definitely ding us. Maybe we'll take Interrupt next. Probably just because there's no reason to take Obliterate. We have one chance to change it, and then it'll be at 16. Or whatever the last level we decide is. Yeah, probably take Mind Freeze. I think it'll be useful. Obviously. We might. Maybe it's better to take... I'm trying to think of how many more talent points. We're getting 3 more or 2 more? If we can get a 3rd more, a Cold Thirst might be a good option. I don't know about the whole Obliterate Cleave thing, because that may not be needed. I'm probably going to regret one of these choices, that's for sure. It sounds like it'd be nice, but if we are struggling to kill more than 1 mob at a time, there's not going to be any need to do it. But it would certainly, if it was possible to kill, like, in volume, it would certainly be a good beneficial, you know, it would make the playthrough a lot faster to have some nice cleave, because we're not going to have any cleave otherwise. Question is, like, do we take, like, utility or damage? Really, that's the hard part in every version of the game. Player here just killed the mob. That's... I'm surprised. Strange, you don't see that a lot. A lot of people leveling now, I guess so. Probably stupid to fight this one, but probably gonna be multiple on the way out. North Carolina Wolfpack. Fuck this guy. What the hell? The fuck? That's a very specific guild name. ACC fan, I guess. Alright, we'll take a little break here though. Let's turn this in Ding 13. Then next episode we'll get to 16 and we'll see where the playthrough goes from there. Hopefully somewhere. Not nowhere.
So.
Looked on greeting.
Alright, we got Obliterate. Let's fight something before we go. I want to see what it looks like. So yeah, replaces Rune Strike. Okay, that's expected. New ability unlocked. Chains of Ice. Disagree. It's not really doing very much damage. Rune Strike was actually doing more. But that'll eventually change, I suppose. Alright. Anyway, next episode we will get to 16, I assume, and we will see our final talent points spent. So, thank you for watching. We'll see you at the next one.